Nah, just the remote play. So I don't like streaming a stream. Yeah, it was dyed. I like this Sony one too. Thanks for the links. Nice. Yvette wants to take pictures of people on the D-Lo, yeah? On the D-Lo. Yvette the spy. Government spy. The government spy. Get a drone. Yvette would love a drone. Yvette would love a drone. You can sit on a bench. Peeps won't know who's controlling it. You fly miles. Dude, why the fuck does remote play? I always wanted one too. Which one would you recommend? Do you have a drone, Kaiser? I got a DJI Air 2S when it was released 3 years ago. Nice. Probably new model out now. Drones be jokes. Drones be jokes. Why doesn't a remote play not cooperate with OBS, Yvette? Why does Streamlabs OBS never cooperate with a remote play? I fucking hate this. There we go.
For once, my failure of science has worked to our advantage.
Hey, a win is a win. Doesn't matter if the sun did most of the work for us.
Despite his setback, do not consider Dracula defeated. He has survived centuries for a reason.
Call me an idealist, but shining a light exposes the darkness for what it is. Congratulations, Hunter. Dracula's vampires...
It's on sale now for $7.99 at Best Buy.
You deserve the credit, Doctor. You did good work today.
The sunlight serum is so diluted it no longer poses a threat. The vampires have been cast back into the night, where they belong. I don't think I can properly express my relief. Hunter, if you had not been there to lean on throughout all this, I do not know how I would have survived.
This is a small victory and worth celebrating, but a greater threat still looms over us.
Of course. I may be getting too far ahead of myself. Hunter, you should know that I will remain committed to the Midnight Sun's greater mission. You all helped me in my time of need. It is only fair that I return the favor.
Your support is much appreciated.
Marvelous. But before we move on, we must make one final decision regarding the sunlight serum.
We?
Well, yes. I value your guidance. My prototype sample is no more, but I still possess my research.
I guess it charges a premium for being discreet.
My experiments in the hopes of curing
If you want a discreet drone.
and maybe others. Unless the risk of it falling into the wrong hands seems too great.
If a cure is possible, you should continue to look for it. If someone tries to exploit your research again, we will be here to
5.1K
stop
vid at 50 FPS.
I was hoping you would feel that way. I can't wait to get back to work. After this business with Lilith is settled, of course. Thank you for your help, Hunter.
Looking forward.
It seemed a bit touch and go for a minute with Dracula, but when hasn't it?
I wish all... Can't believe I'm saying this aloud, but I think I figured out Dracula's master plan.
Go on.
Pro got 48
is a Lilith
MP
connection,
photo
but it's
versus
not
my 20.
direct. Dracula is acting
Megapixel
like he
photo
knows
versus
the
my
world
20.
is coming to an end. Didn't expect him to be an apocalypse prepper, but here we are. Think of every play he's backed so far. Some of his plans overlap, right?
I had noticed that.
That's because he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't matter what plans fail, as long as one succeeds.
What would
he
you
wins.
use a drone for, Yvette?
The good news is, we're
Spying on
following
your
his
neighbors.
plans faster than he's setting them in motion. If we keep
What would you
nipping
use a
these
drone
buds,
for,
he'll
Yvette?
have nothing left. Let's debrief on
The
the
Kaiser
list.
can get up to all sorts of no
Looks
good
like
with his drone.
Dracula's plan went up in smoke.
Kaiser's a
See what I did
voyeur.
there?
He's very voyeuristic.
I do. Is the sunlight serum truly
Morbid and
gone?
voyeuristic.
Dracula still has a supply, but it's barely effective. As
He
you
tries to probably
experienced.
catch people
For a
banging
master
under his
plan,
drone.
This one was a real dud.
Dr. Morbius may have a different opinion.
Hey, if he deems it a bigger threat than I think it is, I'm happy to run it down. But for now, Central is
When Geo
tracking
goes
all
on walkies
mention
to
of
the
the
bus
sunlight
train
serum
for the-
or anything like it.
The next Sakura
Unless it
con
finds
can
something,
fly
I
1
think we're
meter
done
above
here.
his head on his route.
Anything else on your mind?
Dude, if you can make that happen somehow, do it. If you can make that happen,
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
that'll be fucking jokes.
I don't think we've seen the last of Dracula, but I've got plenty of ass-kicking saved up for next time.
You were right, Blade. Morbius proved very useful today.
He gonna go nuts.
You know, even I'm impressed that he stared down Dracula.
So, did the two of
You can get the
bury
real deal
hatchet?
on his
We're
Sakura
not
con trip.
exactly friends, but I appreciate his experience in the field.
Sounds like someone is developing a grudging respect for the living vampire.
Okay, sure. Just don't tell him I said that.
You know, grudging respect is the first step to real friendship.
It's time to drop this, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter.
It seems we can finally put this ordeal with Morbius's serum behind us.
Thankfully, we have more
I'm
important
looking
things to
into
focus on.
comparison videos, but a lot of these
Hunter,
videos feel
thank you
to
for not
market.
being overly
DJ
harsh with
Osmo
Morbius.
Action 3 is pretty
I
cool.
only did what seemed to be right at the time.
Overheating issues with these cams
I
though.
would say
Did you
you
have
are wise
overheating
beyond
issues
your
with the one you
years, but
have?
You have more years than most of us put together. Maybe that's what makes you so discerning.
And still no wrinkles.
Indeed. I am just glad that Morbius found some peace of mind. I am familiar with that journey. It's not easy. Be proud of your part in that, Hunter.
It's Doctor Strange of it. Or you mean my character? It's supposed to be. I created him to look like as close to me as possible.
I ain't much of a conversationalist. More of a fighter.
Fortunately, I was there to show you how to make quick work of errant fools.
You want to customize it? Did you customize it? Long periods. Mission range. Dude, guys, you need to spy on Geo with that drone.
You wanted to speak?
I see you, Hunter. I notice what you've been up to.
And what have I been up to exactly?
Bad things. Very bad things. The worst. You should see the look on your face. I meant that in a good way. You're embracing the darkness more and more every day, owning it, but not letting it own you. And more importantly, you're proving to be quite a good friend.
Ileana, you just used the F word.
I did. You are my friend, and I am yours. Maybe it is your friendship that has made me more comfortable using the term.
But for holidays, you ain't gonna be
I do
recording
not speak a
45-minute
lot of
videos
that,
at that time.
So don't screw it up by defecting to the light side, okay?
Me? Go to the light side? Never.
For years in this realm, I felt out of place. I was a sorceress who used the darkness within her for the cause of light and life. No one understood me, and most people were terrified. Then I met the Midnight Suns, and they showed me how to make a home in this world. It never felt right for a bad girl like me to fight with the good guys. Until you showed me how.
You have shown me a lot too, Ileana.
Perhaps, but I haven't told you everything. My time growing up in Limbo was difficult. The creature who brought me there,
Mephisto.
the very same. He sought to blacken my soul with corruption, forced me to hurt, to curse, to kill. I hate
Osmo
what
3 was released
what he
September
made me
last
do.
year, so 4 probably
But
coming out soon.
without it, I am not
I would
the
only
person
record
you
like
know.
10 to 15 minutes at a time.
And I would never have met
But
you.
when you say comparison
Am I
videos,
a
what do you mean
monster
of
for
that?
being grateful it happened as it
Comparison videos of vacation spots, estates that you go to.
We cannot change our origins. If that makes you a monster, then so be it. This monster stands beside you.
Hunter, you say the nicest things. Thank you for listening to me, friend.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter. Awesome! Thanks, Hunter!
Need a pick-me-up?
Ah, Hunter. Of things I can no longer perceive since I lost my connection to the Sanctum. While knowing the comings and goings of my teammates may seem trivial, the dealings of the dreaded Dormammu are unfortunately not.
I am sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Really,
and software.
Okay. With Lilith threatening all of
You've
creation,
got to take into account vid pic quality,
I
lenses are
expect
all
the
different,
Dread One will
options,
attempt to
functions
reach
vary,
its
battery
plane
life.
existence at some point. For a Lord of
Also, who's
Chaos,
gonna think about who's gonna be what's seen looking at these vids? If you edit,
You're
wanna
okay.
publish them somewhere,
and
gotta be
very
good
hard to
quality.
reach,
If they're
Very
only for
well. I will leave you to your work.
indulgence.
as you wish. We'll speak again later, of that at least I'm certain.
Got more coil for me? Let me do my... Sometimes, I even impress myself. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery, we never close.
Oh, and I was just about to binge watch my story. This will greatly advance our research. How can we help you, Hunter?
See ya, Hunter.
Also got good for weddings, events on a tripod.
This should be useful.
Practice makes perfect.
New and improved. enhancement. Let us see it in action. Our enemies are many, but we grow stronger. I feel strengthened and ready for battle.
Caretaker said I need to be a team player, so I... What I needed. No pain, no gain.
The light to fight the darkness.
Do your thing.
Weddings. Yvette, where the buddy at today?
Right,
I always ask other people where the buddy at today. Where the buddy at today, Yvette? Where is it?
Hey, look who's awake.
This is not good. This is not good, Yvette.
You're not gonna believe this. Found a pivotal piece of intel that could blow the doors off Dracula's dirty dealings.
Chilling.
Fantastic. What do you have?
They're always chilling, fam. Chilling anywhere but here.
And tried to feed on the animal. I just got the police transcript of his interrogation. He admits to being a vampire and talks about Dracula's underwater base at the bottom of the ocean.
I don't know how to break this to you, but I helped cover that story for the Bugle. The guy wasn't a vampire. He swallowed a pound of MGH.
MGH?
Mutant growth hormone. Gives you temporary powers, but turns your brain into a mosh pit? Yeah, he probably didn't know what he was saying.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm good at it. I'm good.
Yeah. I had no idea the powers that be organized such an obvious cover-up. Thanks, Parker. Gonna keep digging. Where there's vamp smoke, there's vamp fire. Yeah, get it?
Yeah, jokes are kind of my... happy to help.
Thankfully, black goes with everything.
Hey. I think
Little
Dahlia
cooler on
might be
Saturday.
hiding with the Morlocks.
The Morlocks?
Mutants who live in the tunnels beneath the city, and who stay away from the X-Men. There's a homeless encampment by an entrance to the Morlock tunnels. Vampires have attacked it 3 times this week.
It cannot be a coincidence. Do you think the vampires are hunting this child?
I don't know. The city's most vulnerable population is being erased, mutants and humans alike. Disappearing from shelters, off the streets.
The vampires go after anyone the world would not miss.
Or even notice.
Until now.
Help them.
Save everyone you can, and keep your eyes open for Dahlia.
I'm looking.
Me too. I just don't like what I see.
You can all all join Lilith together.
Now it's the city's unhoused population. These depraved creatures.
They do not seem to feel anything at all. Only their hunger drives them.
And yet they're still on the trail of Dahlia. With these...
Then you're in the right place. At the very least, you can deny the vampires their next meal.
Brace yourself.
Crude, but effective. The ugly one. Let's dance.
I had hoped for a challenge.
Every once in a while, the legends are true.
Accept your defeat.
Even in a city as renowned as New York.
The lack of empathy is not unique to this city, or this time. It's back on those who are different.
Those with unusual abilities are even more likely to be shunned.
Yes, we've all felt it in one way or another. Maybe it doesn't have to be.
Too easy. You ain't good enough for me. Want it done right, gotta do it yourself. Time for a stir nap. That looked like it hurt.
What the fuck? The fuck is going on? Is it black?
We are being watched.
Oh, there we go.
Let them watch. Give them no cause to fear us.
Why is it black?
It's all right. You'll be as good as new.
Dahlia?
Aurora? What are you doing here?
There's a
I tried to
cutscene going.
find you at the orphanage, but
But what?
it seemed you were in distress. I wanted to help.
I'm not the one who needs help. Look around you. I can do more here than wearing a fancy yellow suit. The Morlocks took me in. They just
where's the
welcomed me
cutscene?
into their family. But now someone is trying to tear our family apart.
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. You say you're all about protecting mutants, but it's only the ones who live in that mansion. You don't even see people like us.
That's not true.
What happened here?
We were attacked by creatures. We don't know what they are or what they want. Most of us fled after the last attack. Some are too wounded to move.
All the cutscene just
I just
went
need more
black.
time to heal them.
What can we do?
Why the fuck did this happen now?
You really want to help? Stop those things
The cutscene
from
glitched
killing
out.
my family.
Dude, it's been dead. Streams have been dead, dog.
These vampires.
I've been streaming for over 2 hours now.
There's something much greater.
Nobody came. Satoshi and Vector, only Kaiser and Yvette was here.
It is never enough. There always seems to be a darker purpose waiting to reveal itself.
At least it keeps us busy.
I have your back.
It is Yvette, man, no discovery. I had some guy come in the beginning and say, hey, what's up? And he disappeared. Didn't even bother to converse. Like, utterly.
Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend. Your fate is sealed.
Maybe when they release the feed in October, it will pick up. Dude, Yvette, I'll be throttled everywhere. I get throttled on Twitter. You see the kind of base level, dumb opinion piece tweets that just pop off. That's never happened for me. Never. It happens to everyone, but it never happens to me. Throttled on YouTube, throttled on Twitter. These people don't like nuance. Because it doesn't make money for them. They don't like well-rounded people. They just want fucking autists or fake positivity crap, motherfuckers. I don't want to go viral. I'm just saying I get throttled everywhere.
To the darkness.
Nothing pushes through. Nothing pushes through.
Follow it.
I'd say, but TikTok has a higher rate of people entering stream than any platform I've seen. Man, who wants to be on TikTok? I don't like Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I don't like TikTok. I don't like none of these. I just like my Twitter because of the news aspect of it. I wish YouTube had fixed up. I wish YouTube was more like my content would hit people, because there used to be times where I was always on time, got my reaction out early.
They live here beneath the city.
You know, it was topical because it was the current. It wasn't like old anime or nothing like that.
These sewers have been home to all kinds.
They've survived by avoiding unnecessary attention. And much like their counterparts on the surface, many people do not want to see them.
I'd expected better. You're stronger already.
Fucking TikTok.
The advantage is mine.
I will deliver you from her grasp.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Are you prepared? The forces of nature conspire against us.
All the way you at, fam. Bring up them topics, fam. We've been deficit topics for fucking ages, fam. It's not good.
Face your end.
Not good, fam. Bringing the cam and the voice stream back. Everyone ducks yesterday because there's no text chat only. People just slink away. I bring back my cam and voice thing. Nobody here, nobody cares. What's the point then? I might as well have gone fucking downstairs and just stream text chat. Pathetic. What do people want? You give people what they want, they're not there. You give them something different, they're not there. This is what I mean about the online bullshit. Nobody cares, no accountability, no dignity, no honor, nothing. People will go, thousands will go to a stream where the streamer just sits there ignoring them. The chat is so fucking big. The chat is going so fast and it's so big. The stream will just sit there ignoring all of the chat. People would rather go there. Nigga here, sad nigga here, wanting to interact with his peeps. There's 3-4 fucking peeps, nobody fucking here. What's that about? Say, this is why none of you got friends, fam. You don't know how to be sociable.
On Beta, moving into position.
Was Tashi too tired after you, man? He spammed everywhere and he disappeared.
Who knows what suffering?
Dude, imagine going to a stream where you know that the streamer's never gonna see your message. He's never gonna fucking see your message. Listen now, motherfuckers. Niggas, listen now. All my brown people, all my sand niggas, listen fucking now. Imagine going to a stream, big ass stream, Mr. Beast and all these faggots, all these motherfucking faggots. Imagine going to their fucking streams, guys, and knowing they will never see your stream. It's like a fucking movie, the end credits of a movie going in 2.5 speed. They'll never see your fucking stream, but you still rather go there than actually fucking come to a stream of a real one, of a real fucking one who will interact with you. Yeah, I can come in and out, take a shit, go on a walk, take my dog for a walk. Yeah, I can go bury my head in the fucking toilet, do whatever I want. People are fucking losers. People are fucking losers, I swear, man. Sorry. It's me. What's even the point? What's even the point? Did Sensei why he hasn't lined up? I have no idea what these people do. I've known these people 6 years and I know nothing more about them. You practically know everything about me. I know people 6, 7 years. I know fuck all about them, where they are, what they do, or where they work, what they do in their hobby, their free time. And then when they're depressed, they sit there giving a sob story about, I got no friends, I'm down, my family, I hate my family, blah blah blah, my family. I'm like, pick and choose, motherfucker. Pick and choose. Picking and choosing what to tell me, man. When it comes to nice bonding, socializing, you will tell me nothing. When you're depressed, you'll tell me all your fucking life story, fam. If you ain't around in the good times, fam, why do you expect people to be there around for you in the bad times? Tell me. If you ain't around there in the good times where you banter friendly because we consider you friends and acquaintances, why is any motherfucker gonna be there for you in the bad times? Tell me. Chat, tell me right now. Why is anyone gonna be there for you when you ignore mans in the good times? You know what I mean? These are the good times for me right now. This is the longest stretch of years I've gone where I'm content, I'm happy. I'm not depressed, I ain't got no sleep problems. This is the longest period of time I've gone. In that time, people are like, go on here, don't give a shit, don't watch this, don't interact or nothing. It's weird, bizarre. It's like you love your cage, you love your prison. Aside from the fam deaths, I don't even know the bad with people's lives. Exactly. Learn to take a joke, have banter, you know what I mean? People only want to talk when life's fucking shit. No one be depressed, that's the thing.
Your fate was already sealed.
Tesh is fucking useless. Most useless thing I ever did was fucking making that Twitter group. It's a useless bunch of misfits. Ingrates and misfits, man. One group of people just retweeting, like basically a spam bot. Another one retweeting lolly fucking fan art. Another depressed Goryuko, my boy, living in fucking arse end of Romania, where the fuck he lives. Arse end of some backwater fucking ghetto of a European country, fucking misfits and ingrates, fam. I don't believe I made that pathetic fucking group. Fair weather friends, Gintama done this, let's fuck off, innit? Great to know you, great to know you. Salam dua, bye bye. Fucking ingrates, fam.
You had your chance to escape.
Gintama ruined my life. Ryan, getting Ryan and Dald out of Gintama are the only things I don't regret. Getting Dald and Ryan out of Gintama, the only things I don't regret. Ryan's always like the most amount of conversation interaction I have with Ryan and Dald. Amy, where's Amy gone? Where's Yasha gone? Even though I've got a group with Yasha don't interact. In 6 years I know these niggas. I know these niggas 6 years, guys. I literally know I don't know one iota more about them than I did 6 fucking years ago. Telling you guys, man. No accountability.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
African ask Willie a question today.
Nice move, Bob.
It's only for his humor. It's only to humor him. No reason my messages I can't. I do see your messages, maybe not on time, but I do eventually end up circling back around to your messages. Not suitable for work, Ryan's, and but everyone else. tired of people.
Dahlia!
I'm tired of giving people benefit of the doubt. This is why I don't give a fuck about Red Dot lovers anymore. Autism, trans people, Jews, Chinese people, Japanese people, I don't give a fuck no more. You get to get away with saying where the fuck you want. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want.
No, we'll be alright. I've healed the others. We'll move where they can't find us.
Dahlia, you don't have to be alone. The X-Men would welcome you.
Thanks, but I'm not alone. And I can't abandon my family for yours.
All right. And if you ever need me...
You'll be the first we call.
Goddess be with you.
No, there's no goddess, only God, fam.
All of you.
Allah be with you, no goddess. Get it right, you fucking heathens. Get it right. You watched the Piers video about dwarfs. Nah, I've added it to my beddy time watch list, Kaiser. I watch those before bed. It's about that guy, Piers Morgan, that midget, and the other guy. Dwarf-splaining. The guy who's dwarf-splaining to a dwarf. Okay, I'll watch on stream. I'll do it now. Fuck it. It's not like this is gonna pop off anymore. What's the point of even me doing a fucking cam stream? Fuck it, I'll watch the video.
Don't tell Storm, but I understand where Dahlia is coming from.
Alright, let's react to it now. Fuck it. I got Mayans finale to watch. Mayans series finale. Alright, let's watch the video. Gage, oh yeah, that's it. James Barr. The fucking tranny lover. Update and turn off, alright? Fucking update. What's going on? I'll let this update. Let's bring it. Carl Pilgrim must be depressed. He loves referencing Snow White. Where is it? Oh. Did you see the video you sent a while back? This is 14 minutes, so I'm gonna watch this one, the midget one. What is going on here? Close the game, for goodness sake. I hate PlayStation 5's new UI. I much prefer the PlayStation 4. Stupid. Full hardcore is up somewhere too. So let this update. Waste. This is why, man, you gonna turn up if you want these cam streams. This is why I quit reactions. I'm quitting reactions. If fucking 1,000, 2,000 people can't turn up and fucking Okay, 5 people can't turn up. What's the point? Alright. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. See, I hate to be that guy that's always ranting and raving, but there's you giving me nothing to fucking celebrate. Let's be honest, you're giving me nothing to celebrate, you guys. Your absence gives me nothing to celebrate. Fair weather friends, I buy bullshit, man. Mans couldn't even make a Japan holiday trip work, which is totally fucking expected. Mans can't even bother to turn up to a stream. How are you gonna turn up to a fucking vacation, man? How man's expected to go on vacation to get it to Japan when man's can't even fucking turn up to a stream? Good, of course I knew it was gonna flop. Nandi was supposed to come to England, and Nick was supposed to come to London. Man, flop. Of course it's a fucking flop. Alright guys, I'm done. I'll watch it now. Just need to update the system software. There we go.
Top.
These fucking ads.
Well, joining me is Dylan Post. Well, joining me.
Here we go, guys. Here we fucking go.
Me is Dylan Posel, who played Hornswoggle, the leprechaun in WWE between 2006 and 2016, and by the podcaster and commentator James Barr. All right, James, you've got no problem with what Disney are doing. You think this is progressive and inclusive, and all those moaning about it should shut up.
I think you should live in the 1930s, actually, Piers, because that's where you belong, really, listening to what you were just saying then. Also, I'm going to quote Warwick Davis, because he said he finds it patronising when people are offended on his behalf. And you've just spent a 5-minute monologue being offended on his behalf. And I think that's ridiculous.
Well, let me bring in Dylan, because Dylan is also offended, and he happens to be a dwarf actor. Dylan, I've got to say, I was very curious when I saw what Peter Dinklage came out and said, because I did wonder who appointed him the head of the dwarf actor community. And it turns out nobody did other than him. And the people who, it seems to me, who've really suffered in all this are the 6 dwarf actors who would have expected to have roles in this remake in a massive Hollywood blockbuster, who are now not going to have that experience, all the money, all the fame that may have come with that. What is your response to that?
So it's not a progression at all to me. My issue with it is exactly what you said. There are actors, dwarf actors, that live, that dream to be in a major motion picture such as this Disney remake. And now, because Peter Dinklage said what he said last year, now it's taken away. And it's taken away because of quote unquote progression and all that. And it's not right. Because
exactly. How are they supposed to get work?
Roles made for actors of my stature. Roles that aren't ever really given. I can't go out for the Harrison Ford or the George Clooney roles because that's not for me. These dwarf roles are for people of my stature.
Right.
And now it's taken away. I don't feel that's right. And not only that, but now think about the additional stunt actors or body doubles or that. Now you're talking multiple actors of my stature that don't get these major roles. And why? What's the reasoning? Because we're supposed to be progressive and we're supposed to just not view them as that?
Well, you know the
these
irony.
Were heroes. All of these dwarves, all of these dwarves took care of Snow White.
Yeah.
They all had characteristics, separate characteristics. They weren't these cave-dwelling monsters that that people speak of. They all had 7 different characteristics for 7 different actors that from my community, and I don't feel it's right that got
Even
taken
him nodding. He's in a
utterly agree with you. And the
spiel,
irony is that they profess, these progressives, to want to do this to protect you, right? They protect dwarf actors from being, you know, somehow smeared. But you don't feel that way at all.
Peter Dinklage spoke up about this, and that was my issue. He had in the past no issue cashing checks that were made for dwarf roles like Elf and all of that. Yes, he blew away the barriers when he did his roles that weren't necessarily made for a dwarf. But the Elf role was made for a dwarf. That check cleared just fine. So now that he's gone and done that, the progression of dwarf actors, it just doesn't sit right with me.
No,
that this guy who is exactly what you said, what gave him the voice for all of our community?
Yeah,
why?
I was honest. I think
a complete hypocrite. Let me bring James back in. So
when
James,
Piers Morgan is agreeing with you, I think you need to be concerned. I'll say that for the.
So you're telling the dwarf actor what he should
But
feel.
definitely
Hang on.
And
Having literally just lectured me about speaking for someone in the dwarf community, Warwick Davis, you now accuse a dwarf actor.
No, it's not what I said. I said that if you're siding with anyone, you've got to worry.
White
What I'd like to say actually is that I kind of mostly agree with what you're saying.
Streaking their fucking hair.
Sir, that's just taking a pot shot there.
No,
by saying,
it is
Piers
absolutely
Morgan
taking a
agrees
pot
with
shot.
me.
But I do agree with what you're saying. I completely agree with your point of view, and I think that's really important. But I can only speak from my experience, and as a gay man, I know that growing up, I witnessed gay people being villains in movies when I was
7 dwarves aren't villains.
And that I think stereotypes are really important to
What stereotype
smash.
do you think
and
they
actually,
represent?
in the universe of Snow White, wouldn't it be better
I don't feel
if dwarfs are...
This isn't a part of this about the stereotype.
Right.
This is about roles that were made for people of my stature that don't have the chance to go out for other roles normally.
But you, James,
so
Bond, you want to stop Dylan getting a role in a Hollywood film.
I am not going to get into an attack on a dwarf.
You don't want a dwarf actor to land a role playing a dwarf part.
Listen, a dwarf can play a dwarf part, but I think it's important to change narratives that don't fit in today's society. And really, it might be better. It might be better if dwarves just exist in normal roles everywhere because they do exist.
What was so bad about the way dwarves were depicted in Snow White? Have I missed something?
Well, listen, I'm not here to talk about...
That's what I'm saying.
I don't represent Disney, but I'm just saying I think I see their point of view.
What's their point of view? What was so bad about the depiction of the dwarves?
Why are you so upset about a movie changing with the times and moving forward?
Because I think that, honestly, with great respect...
there is real news we could be discussing.
No, but this is real news if you're a dwarf actor who are now out of work because of virtue-signaling idiots.
But you're just
who think that everything has to be rewritten
you are just
to be inclusive,
Dylan as a cheap
when in
shot.
fact it's not inclusive at all.
No, you're using Dylan as a cheap shot to attack a Wookiee. That's
I don't think Dylan feels I'm using
what
him
the
as a cheap shot. What I would say about the Wookiee thing is this.
I mean,
I have
they
spent
can't
the
be a
last
stereotype.
year listening to people tell me only gay actors should play gay parts. Only Welsh actors, so Michael Sheen, should play Welsh characters, and so on and so on and so on. But the moment we have dwarf roles, which are the most famous dwarf roles in Hollywood history, then the only people apparently who can't play them are dwarf actors.
Weren't dwarf
and I
roles.
see there
It's a cartoon,
stinking
Piers.
woke hypocrisy.
It has not changed. It was a cartoon. Those weren't actually dwarfs in the movie. They were drawn, okay? So firstly...
They were drawn as dwarfs.
No, that is...
But it's a story about dwarves,
dwarfs.
Well, they shouldn't be called that. They should be called...
They shouldn't be called dwarves.
No, they should be called people with dwarfism.
They shouldn't be called...
What's wrong with being called dwarves?
Nothing, but that's not the correct
That's the
term.
story.
Dylan, apparently you're not allowed to call yourself...
Dylan can call himself whatever.
Apparently, Dylan, you're not allowed to call yourself dwarves, apparently.
I would love to hear, what should I call myself, sir?
I think you should call yourself whatever you feel comfortable with, but as a person...
He calls himself a dwarf.
Well, that's great.
A dwarf.
Good for you. I'm happy.
So now, sir, let me pause that. So it shouldn't be called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It should
Listen,
just be
I
called
do not want to
Snow
get
White.
cancelled
So
because I
saying-
think your point of view is more important than mine right now. But what I'm annoyed about is Piers trying to take a cheap shot at someone that believes in society moving forward.
Yeah, I'm actually
because really, if
I'm actually exposing the hypocrisy of the woke mentality of only gay people can play gay parts, only trans actors can play trans parts, and so on and so on and so on.
I think we will
right
get
to the
to a
point,
place where
right to the
everyone
point,
can play
Snow
every
White and the
role.
Seven Dwarfs has to be cancelled because you're not allowed to have dwarf
You
actors.
should be happy, Piers, because it means that now you can play your dream role of Grumpy.
I would love to play Grumpy. I loved all the dwarves in that movie. They were great. Let me ask
now
you
you're being a hypocrite. You'd love to play Grumpy, but you're taking a role away from
These are virtue-signaling motherfuckers.
I would play a fully grown
The white saviour.
quite happily.
Liberal white saviour.
Let me ask you, Dylan, about the Hugh Grant playing an Oompa Loompa, because again, it seems to me we've got a clip of him playing an Oompa Loompa. Let's have a
Yeah,
look
in
at this.
Wonka. Willy Wonka.
Save money on your
That's
Google
pathetic.
Pixel 7a
Hugh
when you
Grant,
trade in your old
CG,
phone.
they put his face
Goodbye, old phone.
onto
Hello, Pixel 7a.
a real dwarf. So the
Trade in
dwarf
now.
doesn't even get to play himself.
Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google.
Yep. I was just thinking about Hugh Grant playing the Oompa Loompa.
Here at
and
Wimbledon, it is.
You're the funny little man who's been following me. I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
An Oompa what now?
Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now.
So
Once we've started, we can't stop.
So you're the funny little man who's been following me.
Now they use CGI there, Dylan, to effectively make him into an Oompa Loompa dwarf.
So now,
what do you feel about that?
Yes, sir. So now we're not only using CGI and spending extra money and funding for these movies when we could just cast dwarves in that role.
Exactly.
Whether it be one dwarf or multiple, that like they have been in the past. Now you're taking at least one role away or multiple roles away for Oompa Loompa characters. That's what they were in the past. And why
How are dwarves supposed to get work if this can happen?
my stance on these roles in Hollywood in general are very hard for people of my community to get, besides the elf and the leprechaun and this and that. So why are they being taken from my community? That's my issue here.
Well,
It's
you know
not
why? You know
anything
why,
about the
Dylan?
stereotypes
You know why?
or
Because
anything.
people like James here, they think it's progressive and inclusive. when in fact it's regressive.
those are not my words,
it's
actually.
regressive
Piers,
and exclusive.
they are your words.
Pierce,
Dylan?
Pierce, I will agree with the mindset of it's not right. I don't know. James seems to be in partial agreement with me on the dwarf actors and the roles with that these should be. But I don't. On the other stuff, I can't.
But how are
speak
they
on
supposed
that.
to earn their
Obviously,
bread?
I'm focused
How are dwarf
fully on
actors supposed to earn
dwarf
money if they
community
can't do these roles?
really losing roles in these films.
Yeah, I think James
And
started-
with
James
all the SAG
started-
strikes, with all the writer strikes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the actor strikes.
I do agree with
it's
you, and I
important-
think all I'm trying to say is that I think it's a nuanced conversation, and there's a few different points of view that are valid. And ultimately, in my experience as a gay man, the reason we're upset about gay people not getting gay roles in movies is because we're not getting straight roles as well. And until we are, it's unfair that those roles are taken away from us. So, in that respect,
What's that got to do with dwarf actors? Because they can't play regular sized parts.
I think Peter Dinklage's original point is that he would like to see more dwarves in films in general, not just playing dwarfs.
In general, literally, a person of my stature should be able to go out for the same as a 6'5", 200-pound human. But it's just not that way, and I'm okay with that. In reality, I'm okay with that. It's understandable to me. But when it's these roles that are made for people of my stature, that's where I have the issue.
You know what, Dylan? The movie, one of the great movies of all time, is called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. If dwarf actors in Hollywood are not picked to play those roles, I don't know what roles you're supposed to be playing. It's unbelievably patronising that they've done this under the banner of so-called progression.
And it's not, again, like I said, these dwarves in that movie or in this story aren't viewed poorly, I don't believe.
No.
They're all separate characters that are actually heroes for this lady.
Yes.
And they take care and they take this lady in.
They saved
so they're
her.
viewed so well to society.
They saved the woman.
Now
they're hardworking. They're wealthy. They are kind. They are generous-hearted. It's hard to think of a more positive narrative about any people at all.
Well, let's just go back to the 1930s, Piers. I think you'd be happy
You
there.
know what, James?
Blackface would exist still.
No, it's not blackface.
James,
it's not blackface. And what you're now doing,
happy.
because you know you've lost
being.
You know you've lost the argument.
No, there's no argument.
And you know
here.
you've been embarrassed by the argument.
You're not embarrassed.
You are
embarrassed.
embarrassed.
Just said an argument that doesn't
hold
exist.
Hold on, guys.
We
hold
agree
on,
with
please.
each other.
Please.
All right. You know what? You do agree with him
James,
now
but
because you
James,
realise
you
the
can't-
futility of your argument.
James, you can't go and go, oh, you got to go back to 1930s. No, James, if you agree with what I'm saying, you
I
can't
agree with what
get
you're
on
saying. I
Pierce's
don't agree
case
with
and
anything
say-
that Piers.
Yeah, here's the thing, Dylan. Dylan, just to be clear.
He literally just said what I said, James.
Dylan, just to be clear, he doesn't agree when I say it, but when you say it, he agrees.
You're not a
And
dwarf.
that right now, I'm not a dwarf, no, but that right there is the hypocrisy of the woke brigade. Dylan,
So let me
came in just as I'm gonna end, man.
quickly, please. Pierce, quickly.
Final word, Dylan.
Pierce wrote, James, let me ask you this. So if a writer writes a piece on what I'm saying, is it wrong of them? Because essentially, that's the same as the words coming out of my mouth.
What? Yeah, but you're not saying that I am a woke hypocrite, and Piers is, and that's what I disagree with. Because I'm absolutely not. So when I'm saying that I disagree with Piers, it's nothing to do with your.
We're going to leave it there. Just to be clear, Dylan, he disagrees with what I say, but when you say exactly the same thing, he completely agrees with it.
You're
And
so
that
annoying.
is James Barr, right to a T. Dylan,
nonsense.
fantastic having you on Piers Morgan Uncensored. You did such a brilliant job in highlighting why this is so
Swoggle does a brilliant
Shame
job.
on Disney, and I hope you get another brilliant role very soon. I really do.
Well, I hope so too, and I hope that this really kind of resounds with how I feel.
Yeah,
and I
he's
don't
the worst type of white guy. That guy.
Culture
no,
and,
he's the worst type of white guy.
This is literally
Piers
how
does.
I feel.
Piers Morgan
Slappable
speaks
for
to the
you.
entire dwarf community.
I've got to leave it there, Dylan.
He speaks
Thank
for
you.
all of you.
Thank you, Dylan, for joining me. James,
that's helpful, I think.
Thank you for joining me because
You're so welcome.
you came on and you beautifully highlighted the shocking
hypocrisy of
hypocrisy
woke culture.
of your culture.
Absolutely.
Awesome. That was awesome. That was very good. I love these people like this getting demolished. They're disingenuous. They're inconsistent and disingenuous. When it comes to dwarves, what they perceive as like progressive is taking money off their table, man. These dwarves can barely get work because there's not much work for dwarves out there. These guys will be for taking their money away, their earning opportunity away, and giving it to some big rich actor like Hugh Grant, who's already earning bucks, just for his fucking CG face over some other CG monstrosity. Like, it's pathetic, these people. And he keeps bringing up the fact that, oh, as a gay person, dude, what has being gay got to do with being dwarf? A dwarf can't pretend to be anything but a dwarf. Tell me, can a dwarf pretend, like acting? Can a dwarf pretend, acting-wise, pretend to be a 6-foot Dave Bautista action hero? Can a dwarf pretend? Can a dwarf act like he's 6 foot and he's saying you couldn't? It would turn into a parody or comedy. A gay person can be like, I am gay in real life, but in this script or thing, I can be a straight person, you know, going through a dad who's got like acting, right? Remember Carvin did that Chinese I don't remember those episodes. I don't remember this. But I know you showed me clips. But yeah, we'll get to those. Once I go down the TGT rabbit hole. Send them my way. Alright guys, I'm gonna head off. I went on my rant. If you want more cam and voice streams, appear, arrive, be at the streams. Alright guys, TC.
I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. 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 Swag. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can suck my nuts. I'm so fresh, you can